Greetings and welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am Omar Stennett. So delighted that you're joining us again for another one, and this is going to be a good one. We are at that time again when we discuss Jamaica's football, particularly looking at our national team and news surrounding our national team. All right. Listen, if this is your first time to the channel, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. And that means you need to be one of our subscribers. So stop right now and hit the subscribe button. If you're one of our regular viewers or one of our subscribers, here's what you do. Please like the video, share the video. Let others know about our content, all right? And let's spread the news far and wide. I have to go back some more just because I am taking a step back from all that is happening with the Reggae Boys and our football team. So let's dive into this. Now, in a newspaper article in the Jamaica Observer, today, a reference is made to the desire of the GFF to have fans at the National Stadium for the home game against Canada as a means of promoting the vaccination drive and also to earn some income to sustain the program, the qualification program, and to make the qualification process a viable one in terms of financially. All right, so in an article where Supreme Court Judge Justice Seymour Panton, it says in a letter to the Observer, he made certain assertions and statements, and he shared his opinion. And I want to read that for you and to give you some idea. He's speaking about the desire. He starts out addressing the plan of the government or desire of the government to involve a particular artist in the process of increasing the vaccination process. All right, and so in that same article, he is making a reference to the request to have fans in the stadium. All right, so it says, in relation to the World Cup football qualifiers, Panton said he read with horror the request, and read with horror is in open and close quotation. He read with horror the request for vaccinated fans to attend the game. It goes on to say the Jamaica Football Federation last month announced that it is seeking such permission from the relevant authorities for the qualifiers between Jamaica and Canada on Sunday, October 10. Quote, the JFF will be making representation to the relevant authorities for permission to allow spectators into a fraction of the capacity of the stadium, end of quote, the Federation stated in a news release. Quote, however, the proposal to the government is for interested persons to show proof of full vaccination for attendance. The JFF has indicated to the government its willingness to partner with it in promoting the need for the population to get vaccinated, added the local footballing governing authority, which has been absorbing the heavy cost of the qualifiers. However, Justice Panton, in his letter to the Observer, said, our penchant for lawlessness would certainly see more than the permitted number turning up, and many of them with fake vaccination cards. The Bly, quote unquote, mentality would also see another few getting through. Added Panton, goes and said, I sincerely hope that the government will unhesitantly dismiss that request. There should be no wavering or yielding. Many sporting competitions all over the world would have been and are being conducted without a cheering audience. All Jamaicans need to understand that we are in the midst of a pandemic that requires masking, avoidance of crowd, cessation of partying, constant sanitization, etc. until the spread of the virus is concluded. He speaks about the rate and he ends with the need. And he insisted the story says at the end of it. No, I put it to you, there is indeed a lawlessness in Jamaica. That is not because of football. I put it to you that I agree that there is a blind mentality in Jamaica. But a match was played at the National Stadium. And no blind was allowed. Only the 300 persons were allowed, and people were, all the protocols were observed. Issa had their competition, and the same thing, the protocols were observed. Horse racing is going on, the protocols are being observed. All right? Now, why is it that there is this idea that the sporting events, the JPL, was just played and all the protocols were observed? No problems, no breaches. Why is it then there is this idea that there's going to be a breach of protocols? I beg to differ. I beg to differ. I'm in total disagreement. And so on top of that, there is also a news release that no spectators will be allowed. How coincidental it is that this article comes out, this person who is the head of the Integrity Commission or involved in it, right, comes out with an article, and the next article for this day is speaking about the game being played without spectators. I put it to you, Jamaica, that this, I am sure that the implications of this on sporting, football in Jamaica, is going to contribute to more of what we are trying to stop. And I've said it long before, as far as I am concerned, football is seen by many affluent and influential Jamaicans as a sport for the dirty niggers. That's how I believe it is seen. That's my humble opinion. So anything that is supposed to be happening for football is not going to happen in Jamaica. Because as far as many people are concerned, it is all dirty nigger ghetto garrison people them play it. Because I don't hear people saying any lawlessness about Caymanas Park or when track and field is going on. I don't hear that kind of sentiment. So why every time the football argument comes up, there's a parallel or a comparison or a coming together with lawlessness? Come on, Your Honor, respectfully, I disagree. I respectfully disagree. I believe this can go on and it should be allowed, and measures would have been put in place to maintain it, because a game was played. A game was played against Panama and we heard of no breaches. Come on, man. Why are we being like this? Why are we being like this? Let me move on to a second bit of breaking news. All right, I'm going to give you, and this is as it relates to Michail Antonio. Again, this is in the Jamaica Observer. You can read it there. All right, and the article is titled Boys in Misery. And if you go down to around paragraph 7, somewhere there, it says, but as players gather at the team base yesterday, news broke that West Ham United striker Michail Antonio has also pulled out of this 3-game series, which could make or break Jamaica's chance